Hey everyone, and welcome to this deep dive where we're going to be looking at how AI is transforming the world of branding.
Yeah.
Specifically, we're going to be taking a look at how AI is changing the game for building a brand's visual identity.
Oh.
We're diving deep
Wow.
into leveraging generative AI for brand identity development and visualization or research. Document by Peter Dorst from December 2024.
Wow.
So get ready to see how AI can whip up logos
Yeah.
and visual styles based on a brand's core values.
It really is incredible. The research is fascinating. It digs into how AI is being used right now and also where things might be headed in the future.
Yeah, and I think by the end of this deep dive, you'll have a really solid grasp on this whole AI and branding thing.
Oh, sure.
One of the first things that the research does is make a distinction between branding and marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you find that helpful?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think sometimes those terms do get thrown around.
Yeah.
Interchangeably.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really key to clarify that. Branding is all about perception, like it's your audience's, gut feeling about a brand.
Well,
And then marketing is how you shape that perception through communication.
got it. So we're not talking about AI writing ad copy here.
Right.
We're really focused on how AI impacts the visual side of branding, the images and styles that really create a brand's identity.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and traditionally, that's been a pretty human-heavy process.
Yeah, you're right. Like design teams working on logos, color palettes, fonts, the whole visual package.
Yeah.
It's often a really time-consuming process.
Oh, for sure. And that's where AI tools like ChatGPT and Midjourney and all these other ones come in. This is generative AI we're talking about, algorithms that can actually create things based on what you tell them. In this case, visual designs for brands. It's kind of mind-blowing how fast these tools are evolving.
It really is.
I've been playing around with a few, and it's crazy what they can do.
Yeah. It's early days, but the potential is massive. I think a lot of people hear AI and think, oh, it's going to replace designers.
Yeah.
But this research really emphasizes a more collaborative approach.
I think so, too. It's like AI becomes this creative partner.
Yeah, exactly.
So the research outlines two main phases of how AI is being used in branding.
Okay.
The first one is brand research, but it's not your typical, focus group kind of research, is it?
Yeah, not at all. It's about AI helping to explore a brand's tone of visual, which I thought was a really interesting concept.
Tone of visual. Okay, I'm intrigued. Give me an example.
Okay, sure. Imagine a company launching a new line of high-end athleisure wear.
Okay.
They want a visual identity that's sleek, modern, and luxurious, so they could input those values into ChatGPT, and it might generate descriptions like brushed steel, geometric patterns, or minimalist cityscapes.
Whoa. So the AI is almost creating the vocabulary for the brand's visual style.
Exactly. And then tools like Midjourney can take those words and turn them into images, creating mood boards fueled by AI.
Whoa.
So designers don't have to spend hours searching for inspiration. They have this incredible starting point.
That makes a ton of sense. And the research also talked about how AI can be used to analyze market trends and competitors.
Yeah, giving brands a data-driven understanding of the visual landscape.
So it's not just about aesthetics.
Right. It's about strategy, too.
All right.
Absolutely. It's about using data to understand what's working, what's not, and where the opportunities lie. AI can process huge amounts of information and identify patterns that humans might miss, which could be really valuable in the early stages of brand development.
Okay, so we've got this AI-powered research phase where AI is helping to define the brand's visual direction and providing all this data-driven insight. What happens next?
That takes us to the brand design phase, which is where things get really interesting.
Ooh.
We'll dive into that in the next part of our deep dive.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Okay, so we've laid the groundwork with AI, helping us, figure out the brand's visual direction.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to that brand design phase. This is where those initial AI-generated materials are actually used to, create the brand's visual assets.
Right.
This is where it feels like AI could really shake things up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This phase is all about taking those AI-generated mood boards and the visual vocabulary and the data-driven insights and using them to create the actual logos, the typography, the color palettes, and other elements of the brand identity.
So it's like AI is doing this initial brainstorming and exploration, and then human designers are kind of taking it from there.
Yeah, it's like a collaborative dance.
Okay.
The AI provides that springboard for creativity, offering a wide range of options and possibilities. And then designers can kind of refine those options adding their expertise and artistic judgment to create something truly unique and effective.
That makes sense. It's not about replacing human designers.
Right.
It's about giving them new tools to work with.
Yeah, to push their creative boundaries even further.
Yeah, and the research points out that the quality of some AI-generated assets isn't quite at a professional level yet.
Yeah. But it's improving rapidly.
It is.
Like we're seeing more and more examples of AI creating logos and illustrations and even entire brand guidelines.
Wow. That are comparable to what human designers can produce.
Exactly.
It's incredible to think how quickly this technology is evolving.
It is.
The research highlighted a bunch of advantages of using AI in branding. It seems like one of the biggest is speed and efficiency.
Oh, absolutely. AI can generate hundreds of variations of a logo or a color palette in minutes,
Wow.
which would take a human designer hours, if not days, to achieve. This speed allows for a much faster iteration and feedback loops, making the entire branding process much more agile.
I can imagine that being a game changer for clients too.
Oh, yeah.
Being able to see multiple options early on
Yeah.
and give feedback
Yeah.
can really help them feel more involved and invested in the process.
Exactly. That enhanced client engagement is another key advantage of using AI in branding. When clients can visualize the brand direction early on, it helps to build buy-in and excitement. It can also prevent misunderstandings and costly revisions later down the line.
That's huge. I remember reading about a company that used AI to generate different logo concepts based on their brand values. And then they showed these concepts to their target audience and used their feedback to refine the final design.
That's a great example of how AI can be used to democratize the branding process and gather valuable insights from the people who matter most, the customers.
Yeah. The research also talked about enhanced creativity.
Okay.
It seems counterintuitive that a machine could be creative.
Right.
But I can see how AI could help push designers to think outside the box.
For sure. It's like having a brainstorming partner who can generate an endless stream of ideas, no matter how wild or unconventional. It can help designers break free from their usual patterns.
Yeah, and explore new visual territories that they might not have considered otherwise. What's fascinating to me is that AI can analyze existing brands, identify trends, and then come up with something completely new. It's not just mimicking what's already out there, it's actually creating something original.
Yes, and that originality can be incredibly valuable in a world where brands are constantly competing for attention.
For sure.
AI can help brands stand out and create a unique visual identity that captures the essence of what they stand for.
The last advantage the research mentions is scalability.
Okay.
It feels like AI could really streamline the process of creating all the different assets a brand needs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Once the brand's core visual identity is established, AI can help to create variations of the logo, different color palettes for specific campaigns, and even adapt the brand's visual style for different platforms and media.
Yeah.
This saves designers a tremendous amount of time and effort.
Yeah, allowing them to focus on the more strategic and creative aspects of the brand.
Exactly.
It's almost like having a team of virtual assistants.
Yeah.
Working behind the scenes, handling all the repetitive tasks, and freeing up human designers to focus on the big picture.
Right. And this scalability is especially important for brands that are operating in multiple markets or across a wide range of digital platforms.
Yeah.
AI can help to ensure consistency and cohesiveness across all touch points, creating a seamless brand experience for the customer.
This is all so incredible. I'm curious to know what you think about the future of AI and branding.
Okay.
What kind of impact do you think it'll have on the industry as a whole?
That's a great question. We're still in the early days. Yeah. And there are lots of questions we need to consider. But I think it's clear that AI is going to have a profound impact on the branding landscape.
Yeah.
And we'll delve deeper into that in the next part of our deep dive.
So we've talked about how AI can help research a brand's visual identity and even design the assets. It's clear that AI is going to be like a big part of the future of branding. But I'm left wondering, as AI gets more sophisticated, what does that mean for human creativity and intuition? Will those still be important in crafting brands that really resonate with people?
That is a crucial question. You know, AI can analyze data.
Yeah.
It can generate visuals. It can spot trends. But there's something uniquely human that I think remains vital in branding.
Okay.
Empathy.
Empathy. Why is that so important when we're talking about logos and color palettes and all that?
Well, because at the end of the day, brands are about connecting with humans. They're not just about aesthetics. They're about stories, emotions, shared experiences. To create a brand that truly resonates,
Hmm.
You need to understand your audience's motivations,
Yeah.
their aspirations, even their fears.
Okay, so AI might be able to tell us, like, what people are clicking on or buying,
Yeah,
but it can't tell us why.
exactly. It can't replicate that human understanding.
Got it. So AI can, like, provide the building blocks, the
Yeah.
data-driven insights and the visual options, but it's the human designer who brings, like, the understanding, the
Yeah.
intuition, the ability to kind of connect those elements
Yep.
in a way that truly speaks to the target audience.
Yeah.
So it's not AI versus humans, it's more like a partnership.
Yes, a collaboration where each brings their unique strengths to the table. AI can handle the heavy lifting, the repetitive tasks, the analysis of vast data sets, and this frees up human designers to focus on the things that AI can't do, understanding the nuances of human emotion, crafting compelling narratives, and infusing the brand with a sense of purpose and personality.
That makes sense. I remember reading about a company that used AI to create a bunch of different logo options,
Uh-huh.
but they ultimately chose one that wasn't the most data-driven choice. They went with a design that their human design team felt had a better story,
Okay.
a better emotional connection to their brand.
It's a great example of how data can inform the process, but it shouldn't dictate the outcome. Ultimately, the best brands are the ones that feel human, that connect with us on an emotional level.
As we move into this future of like AI-powered branding, do you think the role of the designer will change?
I think it's already changing. Designers are becoming more strategic, more focused on the big picture. They're not just creating visuals, they're shaping experiences, crafting narratives, and using AI as a tool to help them achieve those goals.
So they're almost like brand storytellers
Yeah.
guiding the AI to create visuals that evoke the right emotions
Mm,
and build connections with the audience.
exactly. And as AI gets more sophisticated, that human element will become even more crucial. It's about finding that balance between data and intuition, between technology and humanity.
This whole deep dive has been fascinating. I feel like I've gained a whole new understanding of how AI is going to impact the world of branding.
Yeah.
For all of you listening, if you haven't already, I encourage you to play around with some of these AI tools, even if you're not a designer. It's amazing to see what they can do.
And as you experiment, think about how you can use AI to enhance your own creativity, whether it's in your work, in your personal projects, or even just the way you see the world around you.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll be back next time with another fascinating topic. Until then, keep exploring and keep creating.